decided to do one of these fucking things, but here I am. Ain't that amazing? I am Diogenes, the confused at the moment, but I am Diogenes. Um, ooh, that hair looks good. So I figured I'd pop on from the hovel, which I am fortunate enough to have. I do appreciate my four walls and a roof. Um, so I think we're gonna go with today. What the hell's that say down there? Welcome to the chat. Remember to go to your yeah, whatever. Um, we're gonna start on. I'm gonna do one topic, and it's gonna be a weird topic too, because I don't know. I just want to see what the group feels. Fuck your feelings. So what the group's thoughts are on what I'm about to say. If you work for the government, if you work for the government, state, federal, local, whatever it is, you don't pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. There you go. I'll say it again. If you work for the government, you do not pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. So that should start out things really good. Really good, really well. Really good, really well. Well, I'm not good. I'm not like Batman, you know. Um, but this is the nice part of the hovel where I sit inside. The other part's just a little studio. Let's go see that. Why not? We'll take a nice little jaunt over. I'll show you the bounty that is the hovel. I collect and recycle. I have solar electricity. Not all too bad. I got some nice little flowers growing. And this is the studio. Amazing. But that's the studio. That's me. That's my shithole. I've recycled more things. Than most wealthy people have bought. Uh, it's fun. It's kind of fun knowing that a good portion of the detritus that had flown through this town, I've recycled a decent amount. Look at me. I'm getting all pretty. Um, but yeah. All right. So back to our original statement. If you work for the government, federal, state, local, whatever it may be, you don't pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. So that's always fun. There's no sneaky video here. There's no pop up fucking bonus video going on. This world's come to a not even this world. America is just it's the worst. You know, it literally is just money, 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 money. It's not about the money, and you know, it wasn't supposed to be about the money or your sexuality or any of that horse shit. It's about you just doing your best to be you. You know. All right. So back to right. So you don't pay taxes if you um, work for the government, federal, state, or local. That's all there is to it. You get paid in taxes because you produce nothing. You're a burden on the society. So I mean, it basically boils down to the government has a voter base, a paid voter base. It changed my mind. They through the government, these it doesn't matter what agency you work for. You're just up for the next. You're just next in line. You don't really have to do anything. You're not responsible for anything. And if you have any kind of authority, then you're not culpable for anything. Absolutely nothing. What a wonderful world we live in. People are horrible. So we better put people in charge of people, and then pay those people in charge of the people um, that have absolutely no. There's absolutely no responsibility on that person because they're no longer an individual. They're the government. So, and why wouldn't you just keep voting for that, right? They're going to keep paying you. Might as well throw a bunch of votes at them. Whoever's going to pay you the most, right? It's just weird because there is, if you work for the government, you do not pay taxes. I don't care. I don't care what your argument is. You don't. You get paid in taxes. Now, if you take that government money and you invest it, right? You do stock markets, you buy houses, you take up land, and you do all that shit. Guess what? Even on all that stuff, you're not paying taxes. You got paid in taxes. So that's the conundrum I'm in. Um, how can they say it's some sort of representative government when all these people believe that they're leaders? Um, who are they leading? I have no fucking idea. They're leading you to the fucking slaughter. That's what they're doing. You're the carbon they want to reduce. That's pretty fucking simple. Um, so yeah, if you work for the government, you don't pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Sure it does. You don't produce anything. We have to tax other people. Governments tax other people so you could have a fucking job. That's the largest fucking form of welfare ever. State workers, federal work, I don't care. I don't care if you are a federal employee, if you're in any way, shape, or form employed by the state, you don't pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Um, it's a silly way to go live, I think. I don't know if I'm getting any comments. Probably not. I don't even know if there's anybody watching. But it's just little old me. Hope you're all having is it Saturday? Hope you're all having a beautiful Saturday. I haven't really been following the days in order like that lately. Just been living the natural way, um, I suppose. I mean, I already have been. I've lived off grid. I've lived off grid for going on 20 years now. Um, the thing was, I collected a lot of things to, let's say, keep me working, right? Just more tools or fucking work truck, or I got a car instead of so I don't have to drive the work truck all over the time, and then so I'm going to be selling. I'm going to be selling a 330 BMW 330xi 2001. Um, if you want it comes with a X3. I think it's a 2006 X3 6-speed, both manuals. So I'd like to sell those as a project job together. Put that 6-speed in the 330. That's just be a great little car to have. So I like to sell that. I'm minimalizing even more. I'm selling pretty much all my mechanics hand tools, all that fun stuff. I'm selling the work truck. I'll keep my woodworking tools, um, just because I like to be able to go out in the middle of the woods with a few saws and build myself a hovel. Uh, so the question the question was, if you work for the government, do you pay taxes? Everybody's going to say yes, right? Everybody, oh, absolutely, you pay taxes. Like everybody pays taxes. You're wrong. You work for the government, you get paid in taxes. That's that's just really something to think about too, because they can collectively, as a state agency, get people to vote them a raise. Doesn't matter if they're doing absolutely. I mean, they're barely doing fucking work. And again, you don't need to bust your ass if you're working for the state, right? There's no there's no other company that's going to come in and legally take over that job, right? Because it's the state job, it's state. So they run the monopoly on that, and you're forced to pay that. You can't. There's no way. Well, again, I don't pay taxes. I don't own anything of you know taxable value. Um, I live in a shanty. I have a couple little what do you call these conveniences or um, I don't know, whatever. You know the word I'm trying to get. It's I don't care. Everybody gets all upset about, oh, I have to work, my 80-hour a week job to pay for my fucking mill and a half house that they're gonna fucking reappraise for 2 mil next year, and you're working for your things. You're not working for yourself. You're working for that thing, and you lose all contact with yourself because you have to work for that thing. Fuck that thing. It's made us very selfish, self-centered kind of beings. I understand. I get, I like having a big house. It shows me and I get to stretch out, and then what? And then what? And you fucking die. And then your family gets to bitch about it. The state takes half the fucking money anyway. So what does it doesn't fucking matter. and then now what's his face there? Biden. Biden, he wants to do what? 44% fucking tax on inheritance tax. No, you're not. You're never going to have any money, and the government's going to make sure you don't have any money. So how do you offset that? Don't have any to begin with, because fuck them, fuck them. It's simple. You don't need fucking Starbucks 12 times a fucking week. You don't. Oh, no, you don't. That's a luxury. These are all little luxuries, and you're forcing everybody else to pay for your luxury. The luxury you have is you vote. You vote for people to take other people's stuff away so you can have a fucking safe little whatever the fuck it is. Hell, they don't even make it safe anymore. They just open the borders, so you didn't even get to vote on that. I'm like 12 million people just walking in for dinner. Um, if how about this? I don't care that there's 11 million new fucking people in America, or 12 million, or 15. I don't fucking care. Um, what I do care about is every fucking one of them wants to get a check. That's what pisses me off. Come to America, do whatever fucking get a job, do whatever but don't come just go. Hey, the government owes me a check. Fuck you. The government owes you. The people of America owe you nothing. You got here, good. There's your opportunity. Apparently, that piece of shit place where you came from didn't want you, or you couldn't fix it, so you're gonna come here and do what? What are you coming here to do? You didn't want to do it back where you came from. And then when push comes to shove, are you going to do anything for the country? No, you're going to go riot and demand more shit. That's what you do. Parasites. That's all. I don't blame you. You're just doing your job in nature, you know. Right. So it goes back to you don't pay taxes if you work for the government. You get paid in taxes. Crazy. Absolutely insane. We hear my little scallywags? I don't expect this channel. Well, yeah, I don't expect any of these channels to do anything major. I'm not out here shaking my butthole or blowing shit up or getting into the Tesla battery and all this bullshit they got us. You know, oh, Tesla. Here you go, Tesla. Tesla's a rolling flashlight. That's all it is. Changed my mind. Elon Musk, controlled opposition. Yeah, yeah. I might stutter a little bit. That's just because the brain needs to catch up to the thought process. You know, there's a lot of shit up in that hard drive. But I'm trying to stay on the topic of if you work for the government in any way, shape, or form, you don't pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. It's astonishing. You know, I have some acquaintances that work for the wildland firefighter that do government contracts. Now, granted, they also do well, public contracts, but 99% of the work is government contracts. So even though they're a private company, um, they're a government entity because without their government certification, they wouldn't be able to be a firefighter. So I argued with him for a while, and if you get paid by the government in any way, shape, or form, I don't care if it's welfare or not, you don't pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. Hold on, there's my dog.
Me but Pippies! Hello, Miss Pippies! Come on, Miss Kitty Nuts. Where's your good gauze? Where's my good gauze? Where's my good gauze?
My dear scallywags. Oh yes. Oh yes, babies. Oh, they're loving. I am Diogenes the dog. Um, ooh, ooh, the big loves. Um, you know, dogs teach us a lot. They just need a little bit of love, a little bit of food, a little roof over the head. You know, and they're happy. You know, they can tell. They know who shitty people are. I mean, you know, again, just like people, we got shitty dogs on the planet too. Um, but they're more loyal of a being than humans are. For some reason, it boggles me, and I understand why Diogenes loved the dogs. You know, they love you if you give them a little food. They'll bite you if you hit them, and they'll just lay in the sun. You know, it's it it's kind of a perfect life. Yeah, I know they're just out there animalistically fucking on the street and whatnot. Um, because we all need a little training. But they're awesome animals, you know. They were literally we literally bred them. Oh, down girl, go. We literally bred them to be with us. Cats just ended up there, you know. They just they just I'm not sure the cat fucking thing, but dogs we you know humans bred them to be with humans. It's amazing. It's an amazing dichotomy we have them with the dog. But that totally goes against not against it's not exactly what I was talking about. It was if you get paid by the government, you don't pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. Um, and it's just that. That's all. It's it's almost a bribery system, right? I mean, I'm not sure of the numbers. Somebody Google it. How many federal employees are there in the government? All branches, from you know straight up federal, state, all of it, local, the whole shebang. How many people? Right? And their funding comes from where? It comes from the people. So you don't pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. It's crazy. It's just a concept I don't think people understand. Um, so they have a built-in voter base. It's like whoever's going to give them the most money, you know, or whatever, you know. I mean, they're going to vote for that guy. Whoever's going to be giving away the. What are you doing? That's not yours. That's not yours. You little mess. You give me that. What do you got? Oh, that little scallywag. There's nothing in there for you. Thank you. Go find your ball. Where's your ball? Where's your bones? She doesn't know where balls are. Bones are. Doesn't matter. All right. So, you know the topic. You can discuss this with your insignificant others. You know, the people you generally fight with that love you. Yeah. How society devolved so much? We're not advanced at all in any way, shape, or form. All right. I lied. We have the internet, right? That's basically the effort of our evolution is we have the internet. Now, every war is still going on. People are still doing shit to people. The tyranny still reigns around the world. Change my mind. You can't. It's absolutely disgusting what's going on out there. We do not live in a free, civilized civilization. We don't. We're warmongering We're warmongering idiots. We've given these jobs of highest representation with the greatest amount of power to people that don't give a fuck about you. You're just a number. The old Bob Singer, yes, you are just a number. You're just another dude in line. You're just another voter on the rolls. And does it really matter that you're a voter on the rolls? So it's really so. It goes one side for 4 years, and you got to follow all the fucking rules that they make up for that 4 years forever, right? So the next 4 years goes by, you're another group and it's in there, and then you got to follow those fucking rules, right? And this has been going on since forever. So since for our past couple hundred years now, well, it's gone on forever, but for us, it's the past couple hundred years. So we got a couple hundred years of fucking shitwits on both sides just playing politics. It doesn't fucking matter. I mean, the only job on the fucking planet, that produces nothing, infringes freedoms, liberties, and rights, it get paid the most, and they have the most power. It's appalling. They do nothing for society. Your job as a politician is to politic. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, right? As long as you get a little bit and they get a little bit. Doesn't matter if it's 100% right. Like, you're 100% right in this thought. But, just because they can be a devil's advocate, they go, oh, I don't want it like that. We have to have it just a little bit like this, right? They say they're inalienable rights. So you can't vote on them. How do they vote on them? Oh, that's right. It's a democracy. It's all shit. All of it is shit. Now, I kind of liked it for a minute, but then I realized it was just a rhetoric. What do we produce for ourselves? Debt? Debt is wealth? That's what, the wealthy people say, right? The rich man, poor man dude. Debt is wealth. He's got billions of dollars in fucking debt. Yeah, and if that debt was ever to be repaid, right? If that debt was ever to be repaid, the $32 trillion we got, somebody walked up with a $32 trillion check and dumped that into the fucking economy, the economy would tank. No good would come of it. Forced expansion is not expansion. It's just stress on an already stressed system. And tell me we don't live in under a fascist dictatorship everywhere. Give a fuck if you're Democrat, Republican, or Independent. You live in you live in a fascist state. The state is telling you you no longer will be able to buy this car or this generator or this tool or this product. That's fascism. And you're paying for it. I don't pay for it. I don't pay taxes. I don't have anything to tax. I don't have an income to tax. Well, what do? You're just a bum. I don't even get food stamps. Fuck you. Right? I thought about it. I thought, well, I did get, I'm not going to say I haven't gotten, I've gotten food stamps and shit in the past. And hell, at one time, I had some of the top of the line fucking medical insurance. Top of the line. I worked for Whole Foods, one of the largest distribution centers on the East Coast. Okay? Had top of the line insurance. They wouldn't let me see a shrink. I couldn't go talk to a psychologist or whatever. But they give me all the pills. You know, if I ever hurt myself, I get all the pills. I couldn't get a dentist appointment. My teeth are falling out of my head. I couldn't get a dentist appointment with them, through them, with the insurance. It was gold level fucking insurance. I couldn't do anything. So I kind of got them to fire me. For promoting their handbook. And that's when I came to back off grid again. And that was 12 years ago. You know, the only thing we do as this menagerie of people is pay for convenience. That's all we do. That's all it is. You're just paying for the convenience. And then you wonder why the convenience gets more and more expensive, because everybody needs a fucking dime on that. They need to be, they need to fund they need to fund their retirement plans and their agendas and all that shit. So that's what you're paying for. If you believe that you don't support a drug addict, or you don't support war, or you don't support killing babies, you do. You pay taxes. All that shit. Forever. You don't own anything. Not a damn thing. Stop a payment on your house for a few weeks, for a month, or however the fucking mortgages go. Right? And shit, now you got the squatters just moving in. They got more rights than the guy who owns the fucking house. So tell me you own your house. Tell me you own your car. Don't pay your insurance. Don't have a driver's license. Right? They'll instantly put your body in a fucking jail cell, right? Because that's just now a felony. Back to the original thought. The original thought is, if you get paid by the government in any way, shape, or form, if you are part of the government in any way, shape, or form, you do not pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. And you are bought and paid for constituent of the government. The government always wins. It doesn't matter who votes. The government always wins because it's the government. I'm not sure if you guys are really looking at things, you know, other than the talking heads. You know, do you see the things that are happening on the entire planet? Not just here in America, but on the entire planet. You know, you have these countries with the resources that are staggering, and what do? They're still in fucking civil wars over the fucking resources because of people and money. Yes, utilize the resources to build your society up, okay? But they're not. And that goes. It's astonishing. It's just absolutely astonishing the amount of shit the government's put people through just to get a fucking sandwich. You know, I'm not saying it irks me, right? Because I do love the homeless people, but I have sympathy for them. I'm technically homeless, you know. I've lived in my car, I've done all that shit, but there needs to be a will to get the fuck out of that situation, right? Just a step up, just a step up, just one little step. Stop the fucking drugs, stop the fucking drinking. Um, and stop shitting on the streets. I understand Diogenes did the same thing, but we can't have fucking 6 million fucking Diogenes with no moral code. At least Diogenes had a moral code, right? He had a morality about him. These people don't. Governments don't have morality. They have a mob rule, and you're part of that mob, right? You're part of that mob. You'll vote for that mob that you want to overtake the other mob. Who fucking cares? You do, apparently, because your job is to subject people into tyranny because you voted. The most selfish thing you could do on a fucking planet is vote for a politician. I apologize if that upsets you, but it's horrible. Politicians are horrible people. They're not representatives anymore. That's the problem. They're there for themselves and make themselves as much money as they possibly can. Friends, power. I mean, do you see Mark Hamill today? Was it May? Today's May the 4th, right? Mark Hamill at the fucking White House, um, gushing over a fucking senile octogenarian. What is that? These people are actors. They're not people. These people are actors. You understand that, right? There is no emotion in there. They're at will little pawns in a game that you have no idea what's going on. I barely have it. I've been down this fucking rabbit hole for years. It's astounding the amount of I don't want to say corruption because it's not corrupt. It's exactly built the way they built it, so it's not corrupt. It was built that way. Not at the beginning, but you get enough people to vote for it, and close little fucking conferences and shit, and then they do whatever the fuck they want, whenever they want. There's no vote on it. They just say sign a piece of paper. We have to go defend it, right? So it's not a war. They just go bomb shit because they have to defend something, right? It's astounding. It's amazing. Boggles my mind. I mean, there again, boggles my mind. That's the thought for today. Is if you work for government, you do not pay taxes. You get paid in taxes. That's all. I think I'm gonna end this little thing. I had a fun time ranting. Argue amongst yourselves should be entertaining and all that shit. So peace.